Hey, this is Mike Johnston with another edition of the Small Business News focusing on SEO and advertising. Today's edition started when I got this email from eBay, supposedly. I always like to check out emails, and they said I needed to reset my password. So let me switch over to screenshot here. Um, Here we go. Should do this one. And oh, there we go with the infinite thing there. Okay. Hang on. Let's try that again. Um, at any rate, yeah, I got an email from eBay saying that they had been hacked, and that was the first I'd heard of it. Because I don't totally always keep up on the news, and I'm sure that everybody doesn't. But anyway, what the email said was that it was important that I reset my password. Now, I always, as I said, am kind of suspicious when I get an email from even a big company saying they want password or personal information, because very often that's a phishing scam, especially when the URL isn't quite what you think it should be. It's not eBay, it's replied1.ebay.com. So at any rate, they said, well, we've been hacked and it's important that you change your password. So rather than just respond to it, I went to eBay, or, well, first to Google, and I searched for some news. And according to CNN, eBay has indeed been hacked and you must reset your password. So I went directly to the eBay site and reset it there. Um, so just for those of you who have an eBay account, which is many small businesses, what happened was hackers quietly broke into eBay 2 months ago and stole a database full of user information 2 months ago, and we're just now hearing about it. The online auction site revealed this on Wednesday. Why did they wait 2 months? Criminals now have possession of eBay customer names, account passwords, email addresses, physical addresses, phone numbers, and birth dates. Gosh, I think I would like to know that right away. I don't know what the deal is with eBay anymore, but that's like a double whammy this week because uh, earlier this week when the Panda 4.0 upgrade from Google came out, it was revealed that eBay lost 80% of its organic ranking. So no more is eBay going to be showing up so well in Google search. And a big company like that, uh, you would think they would have that down by now. And if you read through any of the stories, a lot of them will say the same thing. It was just bad SEO practices on eBay's part, and eBay can certainly afford um, good help, you would think. But at any rate, and just for those of you who are interested in doing SEO yourselves on your websites, a good thing to remember is always to use the right number of characters in your title, because if you don't and it runs too long, it'll get cut off like this. And in a video, this just served as a good example. I happened to notice this video on the end here. Their title probably was not intending to have this word right here come up as part of their description, but now everybody that sees that video in search is going to be seeing that. So there is a good reason to be very careful about your titles, and that's because it got truncated. It's not because that's the actual word. It's just because it got cut off because it was too many characters. Um, and Next up, we're going to look at 10 takeaways from LSA 14, which is the Local Search Association's conference. And this story, which these stories are all linked in the description of the broadcast, so you can just go down there and follow up if you want to. And I will just synopsize as best I can in order to let you know what it's about. And of course, local is where it's at, and like I've told many people and written about before, there's so much you can do now as a local business to really improve your presence on the web. And this story has a few good takeaways for you, along with some nice infographics. This one's called Last Mile Advertising, and it just shows the steps that go into, or the components of, a brick and mortar purchase, which starts with an online search. There's the search aspect, the discovery aspect, and then the consideration aspect. And something that I know Google is working on is a more seamless experience for the customer from seek right into purchase, and the ability as a business to track the entire conversion from the time they first find you until they actually make a physical purchase in your brick and mortar store. And initial experiments with that have gone rather well. So that's something to be looking for too. So you can really analyze the effectiveness of what you're doing online from discovery right through purchase. And number two is just how to take advantage of big data if you're a local business. And moving right along is just various things that you can do. Shift toward a client-centric model. That's important. Right there is everything you do online. Try to do from the perspective of what is the value this is going to bring to my customer from their perspective, as opposed to just looking at, this is my personal ATM and I need you to buy, and that's all we're going to talk about. So that's kind of a really good perspective for you to take, and that talks about that. And various ways you can use data. So that's a good story if you'd like to check that out, and something rather relevant. And here's one from CMO, which is interesting. Which CMO? Ta-da! That's them. Will your business be a digital predator or prey? And it just talks about digital strategies, big companies and small companies, and how they're failing because they're not looking at digital as something new to mold their business into, and instead they're trying to just take it and slap it onto their existing model and expect it to work because this is the way it always worked, and that's never a very good strategy to do things under. So that's also a good story if you'd like to check that out. Finally, I'm trying to keep these news bits as brief as I can and just bring you the best of the day so that I don't get long and boring. But this is a neat little concept. A Melbourne video production company launches a video business card, and this is their press release, so obviously it's going to be really positive about it. However, it is kind of interesting though, and it's just because it's the idea of taking a short video, ideally 10 seconds or less, and I say that because you have 10 seconds. And a lot of sales gurus will tell you that, work your 10-second pitch, your 10-second introduction, get that down. And here's an application for that, is to do a 10-second video and have that be your video introduction, and it talks about various ways you can use it in an email, as the featured video on your YouTube channel or on your website. So pretty cool idea. And then finally, I am going to direct you at another video, which is, hey, me on the Google Partners channel talking about the recent Google Performance Forum that I attended along with another Google Partners ambassador. And this is a video we originally did as a hangout on air for the Google Adwords Partners community, but now it's available for public viewing. So if you would like to learn more about that event or just see a lot more of me, you can do that there. So that is pretty much what I had for you today, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something interesting. And I will, as soon as I figure out how to get out of here, see you again tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.